Alright, looks like we are live on all the platforms expected this time. Sorry for the false start. Sometimes technology is not always in our favor. Alright, so this is episode 2 for the playthrough for the Awaroa National Park storyline for Call of the Wild. This is the New Zealand park. It's the one that has like some movie sets and stuff that you can see in the distance over there. That has been what the quest has been about so far. We've been going to different movie sites, picking up trash. They're telling us about how they use it for filming, and this lady's been talking about how she's a hippie and whatever. And we're going to go check the mail. This is where we ended last time. This quest had actually bugged, but it looks like it is working now.
Elisa, do what you want with it. Yes, I mean that. It's got my name on it, but that's probably just some townie's idea of a funny prank. I have a reputation with them after all. Melanie Murphy, it must be. And this is my mother's handwriting. She's long gone.
Alright, we're going to do a quick read here. Curie, I've kept this from you for far too long. I came up here because I wanted to make it right.
I had no idea
Oh.
They treated people like that. I was only a kid when she left. Lots happened since then, you know.
I guess their childhood home was torn down, it sounds like.
Sorry, cat's got my tongue. It's a lot to take in. Tell you what, how about I put the kettle on and give Melanie a call? See where we're at with each other. And you head off and get us some more footage? I've already had a crew out at Stonecastle to clear up what was left, so I'd suggest starting there. Plenty of prime deer species in the area. Why don't you make that your focus?
I think Stonecastle's this thing like right over here. Let's see. Has it populated the quest yet? Oh, okay. So harvested deer in Stonecastle Valley. Okay, so this whole area. Alright. I'm going to go across the boulder area with the rocks and stuff off to the east here. And then pop down and see if I can get an overlook along the road. It feels right. Or just shoot whatever if there happens to be something in the way. Doesn't look like there's any requirements, just that it be a deer. Drop a first waypoint here. Yep, just a rabbit. I got excited there. See if there's anything amongst the boulders already. Or there could be just a deer walking down the road. I don't think that second shot hit, but he did go down. This is the 7mm Malmer bolt action, by the way. Great gun. Actually, for a gun, pretty big range on what it can handle, too. It's got all the way from 4 to 9. And it shoots fairly quick. And And as you can see, it's got a punch. That was a red deer at like 200 yards with one shot, and there's very little ballistics. I mean, you saw I didn't have to exactly adjust up or anything. I'm going to assume that this will be fine for the quest. Nice rack. Oh yeah, that's a good deer. We got one lung and a liver.
Lovely specimen. You're really a natural at this, eh? So listen, I had a brief chat with Melanie, and she was open to talking more. Been 25 years, and it's going to take more than a single phone call, but it's a start. We had to cut it off, though. She's got news. Big news. She saw some tracks not far from here when she came by to leave the letter a day or so ago, and she swears blind they were from a moose. Are you ready to head out again, Eho? Forget the marketing video. This just became a documentary.
I don't know if New Zealand has mooses. Man, I literally don't know. Oh, half a mile that way.
Mark the location where Melanie saw the tracks on your hunter mate. 2 things. Keep that camera strapped to you and stay low. It wouldn't do to scare it now. We've come so close.
I wouldn't mind a Sika deer, but is there a better one? Or is this just a lone female? Appears to just be a lone female. Or not. Hell of a yell. Still though, I'm just seeing 2 females now. Yeah, go back onto the quest. If there is a good male, he's being elusive enough that I haven't found him. the moose tracks. Wait, isn't Moose Tracks a candy bar brand? Oh, no, it's that ice cream one. Sounded like something was stomping around pretty close. End up getting run over out here if you're not careful.
Whoa. Those are definitely moose prints, and they're fresh. I'm pinching myself.
Pinching
like
myself.
A big one. A bull. One I saw was a cow. Must be his son. No records of any antlers in this area, but you don't exactly get many people out looking. Too remote. Keep one eye on the tracks, the other on your surroundings. I know, you know. Melanie used to drill that one into me. Can you imagine? They bundled 10 of them into crates and shipped them across the sea from Canada. Must have been terrifying. Most got shot, the others failed to adapt. This bloke we're stalking is probably all that's left of that line.
Yeah, I think it'd be terrifying to try to get a moose into a crate. That ain't a moose, but it's something. No, I don't practice enough with this handgun. I'm going to take a try at it. I think I got him. Yeah, he went down. You know how I know that? It's because I'm running a spawn tracker. So it'll tell you when something spawns or dies. That saves time running after his nonsense. I don't think I'm going to get full points, though. I'm pretty sure this gun is not rated for a Sika deer. Oh, no, we're in line. Only got partial anyway, though, due to the no vital. Alright, so I've supposed to been following moose tracks to get to here. It's kind of like the moose is leaving here. So I'm guessing once I get to the tracks again, it's going to have me go back up the hill. Yeah. As expected. Alright. Alright, moose, what do you got? She was talking about bringing moose to New Zealand in crates. I remember reading somewhere a long time ago that that's actually the case with like a lot of New Zealand's animals, is they were just brought because there weren't sufficient game animals, so that pretty much everything's invasive or naturalized, I guess the term would be.
He went towards the coast.
Startled me. Playing too many zombie games.
Check that branch. Snapped and stripped. Deer don't browse like that, and certainly not that high up.
Where'd my moose tracks go? Alright, there we go.
Is that the end of them? Oh, I knew this was too good to be true. If he's lived this long in the reserve undetected, then he's not going to give himself up that easily. Right, Awaroa, I think that's your work done here for now. I'll get Josh to set up more cameras around here so we can keep a close eye on things. In the meantime, I can't stop thinking about that letter. I might have been too harsh on people, or at least some people. So I wanted to ask you another favour. There's something in it for you this time, though.
Go on and tell me about your favor. Tell me all
So here's
about
the
it.
plan. I want to repay Melanie for telling me about the moose. I know I have every right to be angry with her for keeping that letter from me all this time. But frankly, it would do the both of us good to move on. And ironically enough, I think the best way for me to do
Yeah, man,
that
I
is
don't
to
know
face
either.
up to
It
my
could be her
past.
mom or sister or
There's
ex-lover
somewhere
or whatever.
and
I wasn't paying
something
attention.
I've been avoiding for far too long. Those are hiking boots you're wearing, right? Good.
I don't think I have
We're going
legs.
up into the mountains.
I think I'm just disembodied arms. Alright, let's see here. Jump over, fast travel, and then head from there. Oh, that is a long way away still. Alright, we're taking the ATV. Please keep all weapons holstered until necessary. No. Just gonna walk around ready to shoot. Shoot first, ask questions later. Elmer Fudd this motherfucker. Oh, that's a lake. And a cliff. Okay. We're still good.
25 years ago, I was working as an assistant to our then warden and going out on hunting trips at the weekend with Melanie. We were close at the time. Mum had just left, you know.
I guess it's a sister.
Good for me to have something like that in my life. I didn't really get on with some of her mates from the chopper company.
Oh, can I not get up
they
through
were.
here?
Hard working and hard
Alright,
drinking.
looks like I can get up. I'm gonna switch back up
Found
here.
them kind of intimidating, truth be told. The whole commercial hunting business seemed like one big laugh to them. Out on fancy toys playing shoot 'em up. Even called themselves Alpine Ops, like a bloody action movie. Anyway, one day I was on duty and received a report of smoke sighted on the other side of the reserve. Melanie and her pilot mate, I won't name him, were heading out over that way anyway and suggested I join them. He had been out the night before. You could smell it on his breath. I wanted her to like me. But I'd take the piss out of you if you complain too much. I'd call you a wuss or worse. So I got it. It was fine at first. The pilot was keeping it together and Melanie tried to reassure me that it was probably just some kids camp problem. But then it fogged up. He didn't know what to do. Started swerving as if to get out of it. Next thing, we hit a bluff. I don't remember anything after that. Everyone survived. The pilot broke quite a few bones, but Melanie got off with just a few cuts and bruises, a lucky sucker. It should be around here somewhere. And the fire? False alarm. The cockpit. If it had hit the ground at a slightly different angle, we'd have been goners. Anyway, the wreckage from that accident was never cleared. And I haven't been back since either. Too out of the way. Take a look around.
Oh, there's a
See
gun.
if you can find anything.
I'm sure this is a gun.
But I'm certain there are still a few things worth salvaging up there.
Oh yeah.
Bingo. That's exactly what I was hoping we'd
What
run
else we
into.
got?
Melanie's old hunting rifle.
Some weird ass necklace.
I asked her if she wanted it back, but she said it'd make more sense for you to hold on to it. There. That's mine. A gift from my mum, who got it as a gift from hers. She's a bit too long in the tooth to get up to much hunting these days. The poor dear. And I've been missing it all this time.
Free gun. Nice. Very nice.
Can you drop that necklace off by the nearest outpost and we'll wrap things up? Josh will head over for it later. I told him he'll never drive my car again if he so much as looks at it the wrong way. I think we're sitting pretty when it comes to hunting footage for the film now. I'll send what we have over to the marketing team and leave the rest in their hands. Still, it's a shame that the moose thing didn't pan out. I've had more than my fair share of false starts over the years, so I knew it was never going to be easy. They're tricky like that. Something for the book at least, eh? Penultimate chapter. He yet lives. I'll be sure to let you know how the video is received anyway. Thanks again. And great job, Ehor.
So she says take it to the nearest outpost, which is supposedly this one, even though that other one is clearly nearer. But it's called, gotta get the name up here. It's called the Kaka Hut. Take it to the nearest outhouse, apparently.
You can just leave it on the desk inside there. There's usually a lot of tracks around here. Have a search. I hope Mum will be happy it's back in the family. Right, well I know you came here on holiday and... Huh? Did you hear that?
Nope.
Could it really be?
I'm gonna
close.
shoot it.
Sounds like just beyond the outpost. Turn that camera on again. We're not done here yet.
Documentary's gonna be called The Last Moose.
Follow the call. It couldn't have gone far. These are brand new. I can almost feel how close you are.
I know
Look,
this
mate,
game's not gonna let me shoot
I'm
the
a
moose.
park ranger first and foremost, so I've got to remind you of something. In this jurisdiction, moose are considered deer, and deer are pests. Even if I've got a personal soft spot for the poor thing, I can't fault you for wanting that trophy. If you decide not to harvest it, make sure to at least take a good photograph. That action cam's not up to much there. I'll let you make the call. Don't dither though. We know
Oh, is
this
that like
one's
a
wily.
piebald moose?
There. What a set of antlers to boot.
I mean, it's an easy shot from here. I'll give him the heart shot.
A hit. After him.
I don't think I need to chase him very far. I'm pretty sure he just bang flopped
Yeah.
onto the shore there.
Of course. Old bloke wanted to give us some scenery to admire.
Although my tracker doesn't say he's dead, so I think he has storyline health. And he'll just die where the game says he should die. Because he is definitely dead on the ground. Like, you can see he's dead on the ground. But my tracker is saying nothing died. So this is a storyline creature. This is a good looking moose, though. Kinda looked like it might have been a special color. Doesn't look like it up in person, though. How are you doing? It's an okay looking moose, though. Oh yeah, got that hard shot, just as planned.
I can't fault you for that decision, Eho. Picture yourself bragging to your grandkids about how you harvested New Zealand's last moose. Antlers hanging proudly above the fireplace. You've got the proof.
Kind of makes me sound like a dick, though.
And I've got a story. Final chapter. Last of its kind. Or the spirited adventures of the stoic hunter and the elusive prey. Resplendent sword, eat your heart out. Speaking of which, this must be what spooked Barden, right? A creature from another world? Just like one of those, things from his movie? Come on, our moose is still out there. Quite the reaction, but then I guess he was still pretty munted. When I spoke to Melanie, she said that there's apparently been protests in town against the films that have been made here. Some of the Kiwi actors involved have cited poor working conditions, things like that. I have to say, I'm glad to see people rally around a common cause, even if I can't help but feel somewhat responsible for this whole
Good
debacle.
brand food.
But that's over and done with. The important thing is that we're changing tack, going all in on what this place needs. You know, they even invited me to an advanced screening of the film. I think I'll be not so politely declining. Well, that's that. As I was saying earlier, I know you originally came here to get away from it all. So why don't you take that time now and enjoy yourself? I'll be in touch again soon.
Mission complete. Last of its kind. Probably can't complete that objective. New mission available. Do some hunting while you wait for Kiri to get in touch. Alright, so shoot something. Got it. I think I'm going to go over a little bit of a different area to shoot something. Maybe go over to the Puco Marrow. I think I'm going to place a waypoint there and then start over from this other spot and then kind of head northwest and see if we can get up that hill. I'm not sure if this is going to be timer related or creature related, so I'm just going to shoot anything that comes up in case it's creature related. It's like very misty in the forest today. Marrow. Oh, for anyone interested in streams, coming up on Monday when Space Engineers 2 goes into alpha, I'm going to be streaming that a little bit. As for tomorrow, I'm going to probably do a short stream of Infinity Nikki because I have not been doing their event like I ought to be. And it's actually a really fun platformer game. I guess I need to pull off this hill at some point. Looks like it's steeper the further I go, and that if I turn off now, it's actually probably best. Just kind of to the left of this obvious ridge. A pig. I do like bacon. On an uphill slope, it might be a little hard to get a good sight on them, though. Oh. I didn't like those shots. Although it does look like one went down. Yeah, he's definitely down. I had actually switched to my 22-250. Very nice gun, but I would have much preferred something heavier for the pig. I think pigs are a class 5, so I think I would have had full points either way. Yeah, it's a class 5. In fact, I lost points for choosing the 22-250, despite the fact that he would have definitely died even with just the one hit. It's one thing this game could do a little better on. Like, if a 22-250 is good for, like, deer and shit, why isn't it good for a pig? She did not get in touch. Let's see if there's any more to the mission log. Photos of a lighthouse. Why don't you head over there? Is that like a specific place? There's no quest marker on the map for a lighthouse. I heard a turkey. I see a turkey. Ooh, I see a white turkey. Wait for the breath. Alright, got 2 turkeys. And I got some good news when we get up to one of them. Because that second turkey, that was a monster. That was a big fucking turkey. And I think that it has potential to go all the way. And by go all the way, I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say the D word, but I think it is. Alright, first we're going to check the first one I shot. The one that was kind of white looking. Kind of trophy type combined. Light brown. That looks like a cool fur color, but I guess it's really not. I don't get full points though. This one is going to piss me off. Yep. A gold that you didn't get full points for. Whenever you see a gold and you didn't get full points, it means it would have been a diamond. That was a good bird. Good eating bird. The size of that big burst. Oh well. Probably should bring out a class 1 gun so I don't do that in the future.
Kia ora. It's been a while. You enjoying yourself out in the bush? There's nothing I love more than strapping a pack on and getting lost out there. So I'm glad you've had the chance to wind down and take it in after all that excitement earlier. Got a couple of updates for you. First and foremost, we released the promo film a few days ago.
Yes, you are correct. I did actually used to have the 22250 modded to include class 1.
In fact, we're almost
but
fully
I
booked
took
for
it
the
out
autumn
after
season
actually
already.
seeing the bullet in real
I
life
should be celebrating, but I've
and
been sitting in
realizing
my
it should
office,
not have been
laser focused on
added
how
that
we're
way.
going to keep day tripper numbers down. We're not legally allowed to charge an entry fee, and quotas are hard to enforce, so maybe the solution is an outreach. Give those snot-nosed students a taste of the work we do here. Who knows? Might even make conservationists out of some of them. Anyway, the film's up, but we're still working on some final touches to the website. Oh, and the marketing team had a request. There's an old lighthouse by the coast that they'd like a few shots of. Can you head over there and I'll fill you in on everything else that's been happening? So, the bloke with the antlers, the firm we hired to do the promo film, has gotten in touch with one of the big online networks, and they're up for the idea of turning your moose chase into a documentary. I'm still working on my book, but I'm thinking this could be a good accompaniment. You've seen the show, now get the details straight from the moose's mouth. Oh, of course they want to use your footage, and maybe even get an interview. You keen? Give it a think.
I came
Good
all the way
opportunity
up
to
here. I
raise
might
your
as well
profile,
tag the point
though
rather
I
than
get the
just
feeling
fast
that's
travel
not
all the way
something
yet.
that matters all that much to you. That's why I like you, Awaroa. What you see is what you get. In other news, Josh convinced me to let him go to that advanced screening of Resplendent Sword. He loved it, the brat. But then he must have read the book's cover to cover about 10 times. He said, get this. He said that it had a strong message about environmentalism and cooperation. You think the same people who left all those messes behind came up with that? Hypocritical rubbish. It has given him a newfound appreciation for the reserve, though. He's even expressed an interest in hunting for the first time in his entire life. I think it's as much your influence as anything, but he's not going to admit to that anytime soon.
Tag this point, and then I might actually also tag the point northeast of here, depending on what it shows on the map. If it's an outpost, obviously, yes, I'm going to tag it. Actually, if it's not an outpost, I'm going to tag it too, because if it's not an outpost, it means I would have to travel all the way back here to tag it. Next outpost we do go to, I am going to pull out something that can cover class 1s. Kind of like, I wonder if there's a 22 pistol I can use. Although it would be nice to have the range, because it's not like I hit those turkeys up close. No, we still don't know what that is. will. We're going. Yes, although I like the gold-plated pistol since it is redundant to the rifle on class and weight is limited, I'm going to probably swap out to some kind of a 22 pistol or class 1 pistol. Of course, if there's a rifle that does like class 1 through 3, that would also be fine, since the larger 7mm rifle would cover, 4 through 9. I don't really want to go shotgun. Actually, wait, I kind of do really want to go shotgun. Alright, that's the current plan. But I wouldn't have the range. We'll see when we get there. Feel free to throw it in the chat as a vote. Just need to gain class 1. And don't say take off the 7mm. If you say take off the 7mm, no, not going to happen.
A fraud history, eh? So much more than just a piece of paper.
This is actually a thing in the real life news right now, is that the Maori are starting to come about. Where's that in Australia? It might not be a New Zealand thing, but my understanding is that there's a treaty under interpretation, and it's causing some political strife currently. Pretty sure it's Australia, though. How close is that? 600 yards? Yeah, we'll stick to the script here. Alright, we're going to be doing a little bit of traveling anyway. I think we'll spawn over here at this one, and then we'll go along the road headed west. I am not going to be swapping to a shotgun after some decision making. We're going to see first off if we can swap the handgun, because I could use some handgun points. Still a lot of rounds of ammo that are locked. A 410 is a shotgun shell. I wonder what distance they give that. So let's look at pistol ammo. Let's see if any of them include class 1. Let's see, 2 to 6, 2 to 6. I know the 410 is going to include class 1. But will it have enough range? Oh, it's not even listed there. I mean, it is technically recommended class 1, 27 yards. Oof. Alright, I don't know if I can do that. Class 1 and 2 for 22 Hornet. That's not terrible. That's a sexy looking round, but that ain't that ain't what we need today. Alright, so if it's dedicated 22 Hornet's not half bad. It's gonna have better ballistics than your 22 rim fires down here. I vaguely remember hearing, though, that there was a handgun that took rifle rounds. I think it was this 4570. I mean, talk about a wrist breaker. If anyone's familiar with 4570 in real life, wow. Alright, so there's no 22 handgun. So I get to keep my gold plate. The only problem is, with the 7mm covering 4 through 9, if I get rid of the 22-250, I just suddenly have a gap on class 3. But the only real option then would be to take the 410 and just say I'm not going to use it unless I think I got a diamond. Then which one would we like best? Let's go golden gun for the video game classic here. Buy some 410 birdshot. I mean, I can probably get a 50-yard shot with these, so it's not that bad. There we go. Storage. Can I sneak the gun in without having to swap anything out? Oh, so closely. 8/100ths of a pound. Okay. Sorry, 454. And remember to take the ammo for it. Alright, now let's set it onto the bar. Attach the ammo to it. What kind of sight can I put on it? Oh, I can actually put the shotgun scope on it. Alright, let's see how bad this is. Let's see what's a good target. Let's see what the grouping looks like on this door here. Oh my. Okay, you know what? Actually, I like it just fine. I like it just fine. Oh, let's see what the grouping... We're going to check the grouping on the water tower. We're going to check grouping on the water tower once we're actually at like 50 yards. Oh, that's getting kind of small. Alright, that's sort of 50 yards. Alright, well, that looked like it was everywhere. Let's check it out. I mean, I probably only need 1 or 2 pellets to connect on a turkey to get a good kill. Depending, of course, on which parts they connect to. Yeah, okay, I think that's acceptable. Alright, I'm gonna take a ride. Turn off that waypoint while I'm thinking about it.
This is one of the regions we usually
her credit, there were a lot of tracks going through there. And off into the woods. Oh god, immediately hit a tree.
The lighthouse is just up the path from the beach here. Speaking of resplendent sort, the protests have continued and the demolition of the commune made it into the local papers. Here's a good spot. We've actually received a lot of support, even from people I wouldn't have expected it from. It's been humbling. Well, I'm not going to go out of my way to drop in on the town, especially now I'm so busy with the book, but it is nice to feel like you're part of a community again.
Never did get this lighthouse before. Ooh, what was that? That looked like something. Thought I could have sworn I'd seen something standing between those stands of trees. Oh, old Scoots needs his vision checked. Alright, then we're going to pop up the coast a little bit. Is this close enough to the water? Nope. I think I'm going to go on foot. Alright, lady, we're here. What do you got? Photograph the lighthouse from the beach. Okay.
Moody. Let's get one a little closer up, too.
Oh, I was just there,
This
lady.
beach is where I saw that moose cow about 35 years ago. She was staring out at the sea, looked heaps lonely. It probably won't surprise you to learn that I was kind of a weird kid.
Oh, yeah?
Introverted and a bit in my own world. There was something about her that connected with me then, and still does.
Yeah, she's a furry.
No one's manned this place for decades. Bolted shut. Right,
It was not
let's
bolted
grab a
shut.
close-up from around here.
I just went in it.
Perfect. I'll send these on right away.
Ooh, cutscene.
It's been quite the adventure we've embarked on, eh? finally see a future for this place where we're not at the mercy of outside actors. And that's in no small part thanks to you. To preserve Te Awaroa's heritage.
All right, that's
and
how you pronounce
safeguard
it.
our unique
Te
biodiversity.
Awada.
Requires constant vigilance, but I think I'm up for the challenge. Wouldn't you agree, Eho?
Ooh, subtle game, very subtle. Oh God! That was definitely a bug. I'm guessing that might have actually been the end of the storyline. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff that felt like a kind of completion thing, and there's no other missions incoming. All right. So let's see. I had promised chat the other day that when this one was done, I would start doing them in release order. So let me just real quick look up what the DLC release order was. Although I guess I should start with the ones that were at launch, because that would obviously be the first in release order. So COTW map release order. I know which one I kind of want to do, but we'll see. So the base game launched with Hirschfelden Hunting Reserve and Leighton Lake. I'm gonna flip a coin here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna mess with streaming a little bit and see if I can get an actual live thing to spin in front of y'all. So we have Leighton, and we have Hirschfelden can't spell stuff. All right, now we're gonna add to the stream. Display capture. All right, so you should, in theory, be seeing this, and my apologies later. Turns out I didn't know what I was doing with the tech, because I am not really a tech guy. We got Leighton in green on the wheel, and we got Hirschfelden can't spell stuff. We're going to spin, so next up will be the storyline for... All right, we're doing Leighton. Close that down, and then load up Leighton. I'm not entirely sure if I've been on Leighton or not. Let's see. Pop out to main menu. And before I shift over to Leighton, I am actually going to shut the stream down for about 5 seconds so that well, not 5 seconds, probably more like a minute, so that I can update the titles and relaunch. So I will be right back.